Hey guys, I hope everybody's doing well out there, and I hope everybody is staying safe during the pandemic. I got out to do some more work on the Colorado. This is the big day. It's the engine pole day. Getting rid of the 4-banger. Taking it out of the Colorado. Anyway. So as you can see here, the first thing I'm going to do is we're going to take off the engine bonnet. And I believe it was 4 15mm bolts that hold that on. I just propped the hood up on the hood prop rod there and just take them out carefully, because we definitely don't want that to fall. That's a little cordless ratchet that I bought. I will do a review on that after I've used it for a while. But yeah, it's one of the cheaper ones. But I gotta say, it's been really good so far. Battery lasts pretty good on it. So, but yeah, I'll do a review on it there later on after I've used it for a little while. But yeah, it works good. Anyway, we get the hood taken off, and the guy that I bought this from, he had a lot of the bolts already out. The motor mount bolts were out. He had the rad disconnected. He had the whole front of the engine pretty well was taken off there. Water pump, all that stuff was gone. And yeah, I'm just trying to get some of this wiring kind of back out of the way here. But yeah, he had most everything disconnected. So yeah, I just brought the engine hoist over there, and I am trying to get a place these little Colorado engines, there's not really a whole lot of places to hook a chain onto. So I just took out the heat shield off the exhaust manifold there, and in the center of the exhaust manifold they had a whole bunch of, I don't know what you want to call it, but it was white exhaust pipe wrap, and it was kind of in the way of getting the chain down through there. So I thought, well, I'll peel that out of there first. And the reason that was all there is there was a great big crack in the exhaust manifold. So that's what I'm doing right now, digging that out of there, and just making room for the chain to go down in through there. But that was the only place I could think to hook a chain up in around, was the exhaust manifold. And there's a hook there at the front of the engine. Yeah, it was a little tricky to get that part of it hooked up. So this is when I just decided to use a chain. I went and got the thing there off for the engine hoist, but as you can see here, I just wrapped a chain around it. It was just easier to wrap it around the exhaust manifold, and then I used a bolt at the front and just got the chain in there and got it hooked onto the engine lift and started jacking it up. So yeah, that was really the only place to put that chain, was around the exhaust manifold. There was I didn't know where else to put it. So, and here I'm just trying to pry it up out of the mounts. It was quite difficult. And the other thing that I want to mention is make sure you unhook the transmission cable, the shift cable. I got this thing just like pretty near coming out, and then I realized that the darn old transmission cable was not disconnected. I kind of forgot all about it. Took the cross member off for the transmission, no problem, and totally forgot to unhook the shift cable for the gear shifter. So yeah, make sure you do that. And another thing you'll want to do is take the rad out. It's one bolt and it comes right up out. I wish I would have did that before I got the engine almost all the way out. It would have been easier, but I realized once I got the engine out just about out all the way, that it wasn't going to clear the rad. And I thought, why in the frig didn't I just take the rad out beforehand? So yeah, so just take the rad out first before you start pulling the motor. It just makes it easier. A lot easier. So as you can see, I'm finally getting the rad out. It was a little bit tight because I had the engine on such an angle there, but I did get it out. It wasn't that hard to undo it. There was like one, I think 13 mil bolt on the very top in the center, just a bracket holding the rad in, and I just cut the 2 transmission lines going to the front because I figure I'll just cut them later and flare them and I'll probably actually put a compression fitting on them, connect them back up when I put the V8 in with the new transmission. Yeah, and there was a 10 mil bolt on the air conditioning line. There's an air conditioning line that runs up and goes to the front of the rad, so when you tip the rad back you'll see it. It's on the driver's side, and it's just a 10 mil bolt that come right out, and then that popped right off, that fitting. It's just an air conditioning line for the air conditioner. I think that was it. And here there's just a wire down there that I had to pop off, I believe. There was a wire connected to the that I'm trying to get out of there. I should have just cut it. Anyway, I'm not using the harness anyway, so it really doesn't matter. There it is, coming out. Hey! Yeah, and the dipstick tube, it caught in the back firewall. There's a little lip that runs across the firewall, and it caught in that, so I kind of bent that lip up a little bit, but no big deal. Nothing that a hammer won't fix. Yeah, that's it. Popping out the engine. One thing I will say too is when you're taking the engine out, this didn't have a lot of tranny fluid in it, so I was okay, but I still did get a dish and I put it down underneath where the yoke slides into the transmission, the drive shaft yoke, because there will be some fluid come out of there. So you want to have a pan or something handy. Some guys have a plug that they'll put in there. I don't have a plug, so I just let it drain out, so there wasn't that much in there anyway. But yeah, I just let it drain out, and I'm trying to get all the wires and stuff out of here right now. So, but that's it, taking out the engine. It wasn't that hard. Like I say, he had most everything disconnected. I don't even know where the motor mount bolts are. I don't know if they're in the cab of the truck somewhere. He said everything was there in the cab of the truck, but I won't know until I start going through everything. But anyway, hopefully it's there. If they're not, I might have to go buy some bolts. Not a big deal. But yeah, it's out. Anyway, I hope you guys really enjoy these videos. I hope you enjoy watching the build. The next video should be on... I decided to paint up the engine. I'm waiting for some adapter plates to come for the motor mounts. And I decided while I'm waiting for those motor mount adapter plates to come, I may as well clean up the engine and give it a coat of paint. So that's going to be the next video. You'll see me dressing up the engine a little bit. I just figured I may as well add the paint in the shop, so I figured why not? May as well clean it up, make it look pretty. So that's what I did. Made it look nice and pretty. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoy these videos. I really, really hope everybody's staying safe. this pandemic is a pretty scary thing, and I hope everybody is taking all the precautions necessary to stay safe, and because it's scary out there, and everybody's got to be careful. We're lucky here in PEI. We have hardly any cases, and we've been doing really well so far. But I think it's only a matter of time before things could get worse. So I just found out today they're implementing mandatory mask wearing now in PEI as of Friday, I believe it is. So we're gonna have to wear masks pretty much any place you go indoors. You'll have to wear a mask now. So yeah. Anyway, scary stuff. Anyway, stay safe. Thanks for watching the videos, and thanks for following this build along. And we'll talk to you later.